Okay, so let's start with your news blog. How many people are blogging again? Blogging regularly, a few. Okay, this is the cornerstone of your social media strategy. The blog started social media. You could go to blogger.com, go to wordpress.com, you could sign up, get a blog, you didn't need to know anything about computers or technology, and you could start posting your opinion. And what happened? People could start commenting back on your articles. And all of a sudden it started a dialogue. It was the first piece of technology that started this dialogue. And it spawned Facebook and MySpace, or MySpace and Facebook, and Twitter, and everything else that's out there. It's the voice of your business. It's a good thing to think about. This is how you talk to people online. This is where your best knowledge sits, your articles sit. Let me just give you an idea of why it's so powerful. It's a Google magnet, okay? So here's a search. We have a client down in Franklin, Massachusetts. He's a realtor down there. And if you search for Franklin train station, which there are real searches for, and you get to this number 2 link here, one of his articles, okay? Now, these might be people in the neighborhood that are looking for the commuter rail schedule. This might be somebody who's looking to move into the neighborhood who wants to know if there is a commuter rail or what the deal is. So this takes you straight to his article. And that's what happens with articles, is each article becomes a magnet for Google, right? People search for Franklin train station, they don't end up on his homepage, they go straight past the homepage, straight to the article. Google is serving up what's the best piece of content for that. And he gets trained, he's blogging like crazy. I'm going to show you a really good one now. So I had a social media moment when I was preparing this presentation. I was on Facebook and I said, hey, does anybody have any good real estate social media success stories for me? I got like 5 answers, right? One of them was from an old high school friend. I can barely remember what he looks like. But he said, hey, go check out this blog, okay? And if you look up here, you see, if you search for St. Paul real estate, I'm telling you, that is a very competitive key phrase, very difficult to rank for. And what's the #1 result? I know you can't read it, but it's stpaulrealestateblog.com, right? And what he did, I don't know if it's an agency or what. You click on that, it's basically a blog. And it's daily articles are being posted on this blog about St. Paul. And it's a variety of things. Your condo is overpriced, 3 photos for 3 years back, it's all sorts of community information. There's a St. Paul cheese shop where the jobs are, listing versus sales for St. Paul, and it goes on and on and on. And these guys are they're posting daily on their blog. So my advice to you is, pick the area you want to succeed in, pick the niche. Start your blog up and start publishing as much as you can stand. And Google will reward you for it. What happens when Google puts you in the #1 spot? You get 40% of the clicks, 42% of the people that go and search for St. Paul real estate hit this website. They probably get, I don't know, maybe 1,000 hits, visitors a day. People interested in St. Paul real estate. Okay. This is like rubbing my belly and tapping my head on this. Okay. Okay, so blog is the foundation of your business. We talked about that. Breaking news, we talked about that. And by the way, New York Times. Who reads New York Times online? What's New York Times? It's a blog of news articles. And what happens on those news articles? How many comments do they get on a major article? 500 comments. It's amazing what's happening. The other thing, too, that's very important is, what happens when somebody new who doesn't know you lands on your blog because you are the son-of-a real estate expert? What do they think about you? What's the first impression they get when they hit your website or your blog? You know everything that's going on about somebody. They trust you. It's a huge trust builder because they get to read what's going on inside your brain, right? It works. And it's a Google magnet. We talked about that. The other thing about blogs is they're distributed. Interesting statistic. Out of every 6 times a blog article is read, 5 of those times happen on different websites. Think about that. Because blogs are distributed via something called RSS, which you don't need to know about, but they get sucked into other real estate directories if you're blogging about real estate. They get pulled into LinkedIn. They get pulled into Facebook. And what do you do on your blog? Post articles, podcasts, video. You can do a lot with blogs. Okay? So here's some ideas for a real estate blog. Real estate news, buying and selling tips, opinion, customer stories, property videos, town news. This is your opportunity to pick a niche. Pick a niche and be number one in your niche. I want to see how that plays out. 400 words, 300 words or less, or more. 300 words or more, really. 400 words for an article length, will get the attention of Google. Okay, so shoot, that's 2 very solid paragraphs of information. That's all it takes. Doesn't take that much. You don't have to craft a giant newsletter. Something strikes you, just write it. And participate on related blogs. Did you know if you track other real estate blogs, and then you read an article that strikes a thought, and you leave your thought on that article, that there's a good chance you'll be able to put a link on that blog back to your blog. Does Google like that? Google likes that. That's like a vote in your direction. And you might develop a relationship with the author of that blog if you do it frequently enough. Who knows what that leads to? Okay, how do I know what to blog about? I'm going to give you this keyword list at the end of the session to show you how. But we have software that we run that shows you how many searches per day in Google certain keywords are done. If you look at the top, real estate, the global search for real estate, people search for real estate 4.9 million times a day in Google. And homes for sale, 1.8 million times a day. And the list goes down. So I'm just going to pick on home for sale, which is this one right here. 40,000 times a day. Next time you put a listing up in your blog title, instead of saying a new listing on the market, why don't you give searchers what they're looking for? Title it, new home for sale in Sunapee. I know it's sort of not what you get what I'm saying here? It's not what you might normally do. But you have to give people what they're looking for. These are the key phrases that people are actually typing into Google to find your listings, to find your articles. So write your articles. Think about using these keywords in the title of your articles so that people that are looking for this information they find your blog. Does that make sense? Stunned silence. Okay. All right. Okay. Read related blogs. This is great. I'm not going to go into what an RSS reader is, but set up an RSS reader. Go to iGoogle.com or MyYahoo. Set one up. Start tracking New York Times real estate information. Feed that into your RSS reader. Track local blogs in real estate, and you kind of build your own newspaper that you can check every morning. That's what I do, and you'll see interesting information. It'll inspire. I need to write about this, and it'll help you keep your finger on the pulse of what's going on in the industry, right? Which is what we all want to do anyway.